So Daytona Supercross definitely did not disappoint. We had some wild moments, such as this Levi kitchen crash in the main event. I really hope Levi is okay, because that is nasty. Here's another angle of it. Yeah, just a scary situation. A lot of the riders were actually doing that, and I thought more riders was going to crash just like that, but I really hope Levi is okay. We also had kind of another scary moment happen in the heat race with Chase. Comes up short in one of the rhythms. Kind of reminds me of Faulkner a little bit with the body movement going over the bars just a tiny bit. Yeah, face plants into the next single. His bike actually hits Barsha there. Yeah, just a crazy moment in the heat race. Chase actually had to go to the LCQ, which we'll get into and everything here in a second. But let's go back to press day, because a wild story happened at press day. So Adam Cincerillo was walking the track. He went on side or on one of the jumps looking at the track. And I guess like one of the security guards behind him noticed him, and he basically yelled at him to get off the track, grabbed his arm, grabbed his credentials, gave it to the police, and AC was escorted out of like the premise. It was later on like fixed or whatever. But that's crazy. That's Adam Cincerillo. You see his credentials. You see it's press. Like, what is this guy doing? Absolutely insane situation. AC should have never had that happen. I even tweeted out free AC. I did that a couple times. But, yeah, just a weird situation. There's got to be more to the story with this guy. Maybe, like, something else happens very similar that got him upset. But I don't know why this guy would be that upset, man. Look at him. He looks so freaking pissed. Like, you don't have to be that pissed, man. I hope that we actually have like more footage of this and like the actual, like maybe like some surrounding story, maybe his side of the story comes out. I don't know. Just a crazy situation, and that happened on press day. But now let's go to race day. RJ was your fastest 250 qualifier. He was absolutely ripping. He ran a 1:19.4. Chase Sexton actually was your fastest qualifier for the 450s. He ran a 1:17.9. He was ripping. His fast lap actually happened at the very end of Q2. I mean, the last lap. And honestly, he was absolutely flying and qualifying. And now let's go to the heat race. Heat race number 1. Tommy V in this, Max Anstey, a bunch of the other star guys. Tommy V actually pulls whole shot in this and kind of checks out. He had like a, I want to say 6 to 7 second lead at one point. So yeah, kind of surprising. I didn't know Tommy V was going to do that. Nate Thrasher has a scary moment though, just a little scary moment similar to what happened with Chase. He got off of it pretty nice though. But yeah, then Tommy V kind of just checks out and wins that heat race right here. I think it was like 6 seconds off the top of my head. It could have been less because he was maybe toning it down. But beating Max Anstey in the heat race, didn't expect that, to be fair. And then heat race number 2, RJ basically grabbed the whole shot and just led the entire thing. He was gapping those guys. RJ was so good today. I expected RJ to do like RJ things. He did not do RJ things. He rode fantastic. Let's go to the 450 heat races. Kenny in heat race number 1. I swear to you guys, there was literally nobody in this heat race like factory that could even compete with Kenny. Kenny got into the lead basically on lap 2. Don't quote me on. I think maybe lap 1 after the finish line right here with Shane. I think that was maybe lap 1. Checks out, 8-second lead. And honestly, Kenny was flying, dude. He looked so good in qualifying too. But yeah, shout out to Shane. Another great start in the heat race. Another great start in the main event too. But yeah, Kenny takes heat race number 1. All right, heat race number 2. Chase Sexton gets the whole shot. Cooper Webb actually goes down on the start. And I was like, oh, snap. Here we go. Sexton's going to dominate this heat. No, he goes down. What is that? Like, yes, it's very similar to what happened with Nate Thrasher. Just comes up short on the rhythm section. Bike all mangled up. Couldn't finish the race. Had to go to the LCQ. He won the LCQ. But that's got to, like, bum him out. Like, pulled whole shot. Probably was feeling so good, just came up short and just chalked him a little bit. You guys saw like the slow motion version of it. Here is like the actual like full speed. Just comes up short, bam, bam, just face plants. You don't see the whole entire thing on like the actual video here, but just face plants into the single. Bike hits Barsha. Wild, I mean a wild scene. At the very end of this, we get another Chase meme, which I will show you guys at the very end. Just, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I did not expect him to crash in the heat race. I didn't expect him to crash at all, honestly. I kind of like try to reverse jinx him so he can get the win. Did not work. Did not work whatsoever. It actually made it worse, all right? Because, yeah, obviously Crash hurt himself. Yeah, I did not do him justice. I just got to pick him every time and hope for the best, right? And then actually in that heat race, Malcolm Stewart won the race. That's kind of surprising. He beat out Jason, actually passed Jason for the lead like a couple laps to go. He was absolutely ripping in that heat race. So big shout out to Malcolm. Finally showed some life. Past couple weeks from Tampa, hasn't really seen anything, but showed some life in the heat race. And then for the 250 main events, kind of a weird situation happened right before it. Cameron McAdoo posted on his Instagram story that he won't be racing the main, and he'll keep everyone updated with his next steps moving forward. Very suspicious. Like, what happened here? He rode pretty decent in the heat race. Maybe he tweaked something in the knee. It's got to be the knee injury, right? Because, I mean, it seemed like he was fine in qualifying. It seemed like he was fine in the heat race and just randomly didn't race the main event. I'm very interested to see what happened with this. You guys will most likely see more information when we talk about it in our review in the next couple days. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, just a weird situation. Very weird. For the main event, Tommy V, RJ, here's the start. Tommy V got a great start. A bunch of guys actually jumped the gate. I thought more people were going to hit the gates. They didn't though. But we got Tommy V in the start. We got Max Anstey right there. Max was giving it. He hit the tough block, ran into Tommy V, and goes down dead last off the start for Max Anstey. Tommy V out in the lead with Hammaker. You got Chance Hymas right there. RJ Hardy Munoz. Levi's there. Yeah, kind of a crazy situation. At first, I thought Max Anstey ran into the back of Tommy V, similar to what happened with Jay Coop and Chase last week. But if you watch very, very closely, watch what happened to Max right here. He actually hits the tough block. He runs into the tough block, which makes his bike lose balance or makes him lose balance a little bit. Hits Tommy V and goes flying off the track, which at first I thought Tommy V just took him out. But then we watched the replay back and I was like, oh, he hits the tough block there. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But then during the race, RJ makes a pass on Tommy V for the lead, and RJ just wasn't going to be stopped. Bro, he was on another mission. Another freaking mission. He was absolutely ripping, and like I said, he didn't do RJ things. Like, he didn't have any scary moments. He was riding so freaking smooth, and he looked so good. If he doesn't get that, like, 17th at Tampa, he could be right there in the thick of things, man. And then, as I mentioned earlier, with the key moment of the race was Levi Kitchen going down. This caused a red flag. And yeah, just a scary moment, dude. I really hope Levi is okay. Dude, that's a hard hit. We were trying to think about like how fast he was going in our VC, and what, maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour there? Just absolutely planting on the ground, like right in that braking moment. It looks like his body just stopped too. Absolutely nasty. I really hope Levi is okay. But yeah, RJ wins the main event. He goes perfect. Who had that? Who predicted that? I didn't predict that. I thought RJ was going to get third. But yeah, he was absolutely ripping, bro. Like ripping. He was riding so freaking good. And then here are the final results. You got RJ, Tommy V, Seth, Chance. That's a pretty freaking good ride right there. Chance Hymas, Max Volan, 5th. Pretty freaking good. Actually, I got to talk more about Seth. Seth rode amazing for 3rd place. Absolutely amazing, bro. Like, that is a great ride. He doesn't have that fluke race at Detroit with the food poisoning. He could be in the thick of things for this championship. Max Anstey goes all the way back to 6th, salvages a lot of points. You have the star guys, 7th and 8th. Hardy Muniz, a 10th. That's actually so good, dude. Shout out to Hardy. And then, yeah, Austin Faulkner goes down after the red flag. He was in top 10, goes down on the start of the red flag, gets 17th. Very, very unfortunate for Austin. I thought he was going to go right around the 6th, 7th spot. But, hey, as long as Austin's riding every week, I'll be happy with that. It doesn't matter what placing he gets this year. Just make it to all the rounds. I think everybody will be happy. And then here are the points. So, Max has a 6-point lead over Tommy V. A 6-point lead over Tommy V. Like, what? I thought Tommy V was way back, but he made up a lot of points. Hymas made up a lot of points, too. He's only 13 points down. Maybe Hymas gets on a roll. Kind of a scary thing here, too. I mean, RJ's right there. He's down, what? Like, I don't even know what that is. Freaking 18 points or something like that. What is 63 minus 49? 14 points? He's only down 14 points? That's scary. RJ can go on a run. RJ can go on a run. You got an East-West showdown later on this or next week too. Maybe Max gets a bad result. RJ takes the win. Dude, anything can happen in this 250 class. This 250Es class is insane, man. But all right, now let's go over to the 450 class. All right. And honestly, I thought we were going to be in for a good race. I mean, we had AP, Anderson, and you got Cooper Webb right there. You got Roxon right there in fourth. Shane, another amazing start. Anderson, I thought, you know, with this great start, I was hoping that he would stay in top 3. Like, I really was. He faded a little bit. But honestly, big shout out to AP for not backing down in the entire race, dude. It was awesome to watch. I forgot to mention that AP took the lead, which was kind of a crazy situation too. Past Jason Anderson on like the start area, finish line straight away. Such an awesome moment for AP. We finally got to see AP back. You can kind of see a scary moment right there. Kind of similar to what happened to Levi. Kind of scary. But AP looked back. He finally looked back. But here is another situation. Cooper Webb stalls the motorcycle. Chase goes around the outside. This is for 3rd/4th, and then Cooper's in 2nd in this situation. And yeah, I don't know what happened after this because Chase got to the rear tire of Cooper Webb and then just backed down and then faded. I don't know if it was a bike situation. Someone mentioned in my comment section after I recorded this that it could have been a flat tire. I don't know, but that could be a possibility. If he was feeling bad from the crash, we will know more when we do our review. I'm doing this right after the race, so we'll learn more. But yeah, it's a weird situation, honestly. And then, yeah, Ken Roxon. I thought I had the clips. They didn't post the clips, I guess. But Ken Roxon actually passes Cooper Webb straight up, passes AP for the lead, and goes on into win the race. Or Webb tried to make it like interesting at the very end. He was very, very close with like 2.5, 3 minutes left to go, but made a mistake. He kind of just like lost balance going into the rhythm section and almost crashed, but he's managed to finish off and get 2nd. But big shout out to Ken Roxon for winning. If you guys watched the prediction video yesterday, or I guess on Friday, I predicted that. You know, I predicted it. So I'm just saying, here's a burnout by AP. He's in 3rd. Not quite sure why he's doing a burnout, but it was pretty freaking sick. If you ask me, he's doing a burnout for the fans. And then here's Ken Roxon celebrating with everybody. Surprised, though, he didn't do a burnout. I don't know if he didn't want to do a burnout. Maybe he just... I don't know why he didn't do a burnout. That's like a classic thing to do at Daytona, right? So kind of surprised about that, but huge moment for him. First win of the year. First ever Daytona race win as well. Super freaking sick. And then here are the full results. Ken Roxon, Cooper Webb, Aaron Plessinger. Did not expect AP to get a 3rd. Absolutely amazing ride. Jay Coop in 4th. Another amazing ride. Sexton goes from 3rd to 5th at the very end. Just faded, man. Just absolutely faded. He's barely lucky to hold on to 5th, man. With like, look at Malcolm, only less than a second off of Sexton. Like, I want to know what happened. We're going to know more by the time our review comes out, but that is just a weird situation. Justin Hill 7th. Anderson fades to 8th. What the hell happened there? He was in the lead at one point. Fades to 8th? Not good. Not a good look. Barsha 10th. Shane 11th. That's a good ride. Joey in 9th too. Both good rides by those guys. Cody Schock finishes 14th on a 250. Beat some pretty good guys too. I mean, Colt Nichols, Benny Bloss, Harrison, like that's pretty freaking good. Shout out to the boys, Kevin and Starling, who we sponsor. Yeah, kind of a crazy Daytona, man. Very, very crazy. Here's the points. Cooper Webb has a 10-point lead now over Chase. That race at Arlington was a costly one for Chase Sexton. A costly one. You go from winning the race and being up 5 points to losing 5 points and now losing an additional 5 points and being 10 points down. 10 points down. I mean, like, it's not a lot, but what? Like, that's a huge swing in momentum, in my opinion. There's still a lot of racing left. Chase can go on a run, maybe win 3 in a row, bring that points down, but just insane. Ken Roxon makes up a ton of points on Chase, too, only being 6 down on Chase and 16 down on Cooper. So a lot of racing left. A lot of things can happen. Just... bro, you can't have these 17, 20, 2017 for Chase, man. You just can't do it. Look at Roxon, bro. He's only been off the podium twice. Twice. Bro, insane. Same thing with, like, Cooper. Maybe not Cooper, but insane. Like, this points is going to go down to the wire. I'm here for it. I love it. It makes it entertaining. And then the meme of the weekend. This is the meme of the weekend right there. Chase Sexton. That's basically what happened. That's every Chase Sexton fan. That's me. That was literally me after that crash. Just unfortunate. I hope he's okay. I hope nothing's hurt. And yeah, I really hope that he can bounce back next week at Indy, get a win, go into a break healthy, and just come out swinging for the last, like, what, 6 rounds or something like that. 6, 7 rounds. I'm gutted for him. It's, oh man, I have no words. I'm a Chase fan, so I have no words. That's literally how I feel right now. But if you guys want to see more recaps, make sure you guys hit that like and sub button. Thank you guys so much for all the love on last week's videos. Stay tuned for this week's videos. We're gonna have a MXGP reactions, our review, our ranking / ratings. We're gonna have a head-to-head matchup and our predictions for Indy. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for all the love, and we'll be back here tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.